Fellow Kenyans, Happy New Year. I wanted you just to deliberate on the following questions. How can one person have pending bills, pending wages, meaning that he is not paying any of the bills he needs to pay? That same person doesn't pay all his workers. That same person is raising taxes, or if you like, raising the charges to his customers. That same person has pending bills. That same person is borrowing money in big ways. And that same person is selling all his assets and is telling he's doing something. This person is the government of Kenya. The Kenya government has the following 5 problems that there is no single government in the world that has. One problem is the government has a debt of 13 trillion, over 13 trillion debts already. This year, the government is going to borrow another 1 trillion, adding it to 14 trillion. This same government is saying that they are repaying a debt which is not reducing, but only increasing. The second problem this government has is that the government is set to sell its key asset, Safaricom, Kenya Airways, Kenya Pipeline Corporation. This government is going to sell East African Portland, Kenya Reinsurance Company, Kenya Wines Agencies, National Bank of Kenya, Housing Finance Corporation, where I worked before as a chief economist. They're also going to send Bamburi Portland Company. This government is selling all that. Remember, I told you they have a debt of 13 trillion and above, and they're also going to borrow another 1 trillion. And they're also selling their assets. The same government is also having what I would call also defunding education services. They're defunding capitation by every child losing 9,374 shillings per child. They are defunding healthcare in terms of SHA, which also has pending bills. They're also defunding food security, and these same governments raising taxes. It's impossible. So what Kenya needs to understand is that the government doesn't provide services as it should be using taxpayers' money. From your IDs, to your passports, to offering education, title deeds being registered, food security, it does not offer. The government has been commercialized as a business. That's the only thing that can explain these 5 problems. Kenyans don't have a government anymore. The country is run and managed as a personal private enterprise. In fact, this country has been privatized. The future of our children has just been endangered by taking around, as I told you earlier, 9,374 from every child by reducing school capitation. Look at me in the camera and tell me, who are you without education? Me, you are truly looking at you. Who am I without education? And that's what is being taken away from you now. We need to bring back a government for the people. Fortunately, LDP leadership run by technocrats, not tumbocrats, where I belong, based on meritocracy, not oligarchy, which believes in prototypes, not manifestos, as government propaganda has come to our aid. Fellow Kenyans, why don't you guys who cry, these middle class who make noise, join LDP? Because joining a party, you don't need to think about, even people in government are members of party. Join LDP. Let's work together, because LDP government is going to do what you have never seen. Because Kenya needs the exact opposite of the current president. The Kenyan problem is economic, not political. Do not elect a politician in 2027. The Kenyan problem is economic, not political. Mark my word. If you don't do this, you'll cry again in 2027 and years to go. And I'll not be part of that game. Me, I've rested my case. We need the opposite, the exact opposite of William Ruto. He's a botanist. I am economist. He is a typical politician. I am a typical technocrat. He is a typically grossly incompetent, corrupt person. You know my competence. A child from Kibra, all the way rising to become a globally renowned professor. He is the exact opposite of what Kenyans want. You get what you want now by joining our movement. Team Evolve. Let Kenyans evolve from oligarchy to meritocracy. Let Kenya evolve from tumbocrats to technocrats. Fellow Kenyans, you voted with hope. You trusted a promise. Yet today, too many families feel forgotten, they feel unheard, they feel abandoned by the very government they elected. To the people who are struggling to make ends meet, they are still hungry. To the farmer who sweat no longer guarantees a fair return of their investment. To the youth with education, they see no opportunity. To my mother choosing between school fees and food. To the elderly, the displaced, the disabled, the struggling, the small tender. Let me say that a nation cannot prosper when the many are sacrificed for the comfort of the few. Kenya was not built to serve elites only. It was built on the strength, dignity, and the resilience of the ordinary Kenyan citizens. This year marks a turning point. The Liberal Democratic Party offers not just promises, but a new prototype of government, one that restores trust and brings true hope to the lives of ordinary Kenyans. A people-centered model where leadership is service, resources follow needs, and policy is felt in the household, not just announced at podiums, whatever that is, political podium, religious podiums, and the rest. LDP has a prototype, which will begin from the grassroots level, saying, Fukuza Fuliza, from the grassroots level, from every polling station in Kenya. And we began in Kilifi County, Magarini Sub-County, Magarini Ward, Marikibuni polling station. Under an LDP government, no Kenyan will be invisible. Opportunity will not be the preserve of the connected. Public resources will serve public good. There will be no one who will use public resources to buy private services, whether it's healthcare, whether it's education, whether it's infrastructure, or any benefit. Leadership will be about service, not entitlement. We will demonstrate this prototype through accountable leadership, inclusive economic policies, and build institutions to work for the many, not the few, offering opportunities for everyone. Ours will be a government that Kenyans can see, feel, trust, and be part of. We want Kenyans not to be our followers and fans. We want Kenyans to be stakeholders in their own government, because that's what government is all about. So hope is not dead. It is simply delayed. This new year, let us renew our faith in ourselves, our communities, and faith in our nation. Let us choose courage over fear, unity over division, and justice over neglect. Kenya belongs to all of us, and together with LDP, we will reclaim it.
just in 19 months from today, standing firmly with the lowly, the lost, the least, and the last. May this new year bring renewed hope, restored dignity, and a clear path to a fairer, kinder, and more just Kenya.